Hello and welcome to New Mama Meg. I'm Meg. It's nice to see you again. And I realize I look like a little bit of a hot mess today. It is boiling hot here and this hair is just, it is what it is. Whatever. This is me. So thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I'm so happy to have you here. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you a day in the life of an 11-month-old. I started this little series when Finn was 7 months old, and it's really, really cool to see how much he's changed in each of those months. He's on the move all the time. He's all over the place. He's everywhere. He wants to play with everything except for his toys. He loves playing with Hazel's toys. He is just like a wild animal. He crawls on everything, climbs on everything. One of his favorite things to do is to climb on the bars on the stove. So that's been super fun to deal with that. But as busy as he is, it's so cool to see his little wheels turning every day. He's learning so much all the time. He's just growing into this super smart, almost 1-year-old. It's insane. So we are still, I say this in every video, still in lockdown in Ontario. So there's not much we can do. So we walk a lot. We walk. I've walked around this neighborhood 7,000 times since I've been on mat leave. But in today's video, we actually switched it up on one of our walks anyway and went to a different location and walked there. So that was kind of fun. New sights to see, fun for me, fun for Finn. But I can't wait for this lockdown to be over. Ugh. One thing I'm trying to be better about is not watching as much TV with him. There's a time where I was just putting it on way too much because I just needed a break myself. And then I found myself getting into that routine way too much. So I'm really trying to be better about that, especially as he is learning and growing so much more. So I'm trying to do different activities, just trying to get out more as much as we can and go wherever we can, wherever is safe. Anyway, enough talking. Let's get into today's video. We got lucky this day and he stayed in bed until 6:15. He wakes up anywhere between 5:15 and, I don't know, sometimes 7:15. He's a bit all over the place. But look how cute he is when I go in there and greet him. He's a professional waver, by the way, so he loves doing this. So once he's done his waving, I'll scoop him up and just give him a little cuddle, of course. Then we head over to his change table and change his diaper, which he does not like. It's always a big thing with him for some reason. Because I know he doesn't like it, I'll try and do it as fast as I can. But to distract him, I'll usually just give him a tube of cream or his toothbrush or something, just to make it a little bit more bearable for him, because I know he doesn't like it. This morning, we were going to go out for a walk, so I just put his socks on and then a pair of pants. He didn't even wear pajamas this night because it was so hot and I don't have the proper summer pajamas for him. So he just slept in a onesie, very comfortable. So anyway, I threw his pants on. He loves to stand up like this, and he always tries to grab onto that shelf. That's always fun. Then we just looked in his mirror and said good morning to ourselves because that's just what we do. Why not? Next, we just went over to his chair and I gave him a quick drink. He quickly spotted his soother that I had put on the table for him, so reached over and grabbed that because he's obsessed with it. Once he was ready and done his drink, I went and quickly got changed because we were going to go for a walk. So I was trying to catch Hazel to put her leash on, but she was battling me on this. She's a little scared of her leash for some reason. I think she doesn't like her muzzle or something, so she's hiding in her house. But anyway, I kind of gave up on that and then grabbed Finn out of his high chair so that I could put his jacket on and get him ready to go outside. While I was working on this, Hazel did eventually come out of her house, so I was able to put her muzzle and her leash on her to get her out for a walk as well. At this point, it has been half an hour to 40 minutes of us trying to just get out of the house with the jackets and the leashes. But anyway, we're finally ready, so I just take Finn out to the garage and load him up into the buggy so we can head out. It has been so nice and bright out in the morning, so I make sure to always put his hat on. This hat is from H&M, by the way. It's the cutest little hat. I love it. And once we were finally ready, we hit the streets and the trails, and we just walked. We probably walked for about 35 to 40 minutes this morning. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I like to work out in the mornings when Finn wakes up, and that usually means I set him down beside me. He watches TV while I exercise, and since I'm trying to do less screen time, I thought it would be fun to go to the park and set him up with his toys and the blanket and try and get a workout in. So although it seemed to be going well at first, he quickly realized that he could crawl off the blanket and do a little bit of exploring. So this workout did not last very long. I don't even think I got a full round of
anything in. So anyway, lesson learned. He still had fun. It was nice to get outside. So no time wasted here. Once we were done at the park, I packed everything up and we headed home. We're very lucky to live very close to a park, so it wasn't that far of a walk. Finn was very hungry at this point, so I just made us some oatmeal, and I've been adding some almond butter to it just to get a little bit of extra protein. And then I'll add some berries or a banana or, I don't know, whatever he's in the mood for that day or whatever we kind of have available. He clearly likes to be close to me a lot, so he helps me in the kitchen when we're making our breakfast. And thank God for this measuring cup because it was keeping him very busy. At this point, I guess I was taking a little bit too long to get it in front of him, so he was getting a little bit fussy. You can see his little hands going. He gets like that when he is mad or excited or hungry. I find myself saying, patience, Finn, patience, a lot. But how the heck do you teach an 11-month-old to be patient? I don't know. I know I've said this before, but he is like a little birdie when he eats. It's so cute. Like I said, professional weaver. He's so good at it. It's really funny to watch and listen to him eat now as he gets older and he tries different things. He has been kind of like smacking his lips and you can see him trying to chew. And normally this would gross me out, but because it's Finn, I think it's the cutest thing ever. I love it. After breakfast, there was probably about half an hour before he would go down for his nap. So we just headed over to the family room and played with a bunch of his toys. He obviously found Hazel, which I didn't even notice her at first, but he loves to try and catch her. She does not love this game, so anytime he gets close to her, she gets up and walks away. Finn loves to climb and crawl over things, so you'll notice here he crawls over this pig, and then eventually he'll go over to the cube and crawl over that. I think at one point he's going to climb on the piano, and then he'll make his way to the kitchen and climb on the stove, but he is just a little adventurer. It's so cute. It's almost like he goes out of his way to climb over things. So here he's going to climb over me. I don't know what it is about the obstacles, but he just loves it. He was crawling over to Hazel at this point because she had brought her shark over. And they were playing and it was so cute. If you know Hazel, she's a little bit wild. So watching her be so gentle with him is so special to me. Finn has had this walker for about a month and he more so likes to play with the front of it, but more recently he has been using it to push himself around and get those steps in. If you notice, he kind of walks on his tippy toes, so it'll be interesting to see what happens as he actually learns to walk on his own. So he'll usually go down for his first nap about 3 hours after he woke up, and here he goes again battling me with the diaper change. But anyway, we just got him all set up for his nap, put his sleep sack on, and I think he went down pretty quickly after that. If you're a parent, you know exactly what I'm doing here with this secret sneak out. Carefully closing the door so it doesn't make any noise and hoping I did not wake him as I left. Finn is a good napper, so if I don't wake him after 2 hours, he will keep going. So lately I've actually been waking him up after an hour and a half, just because I found that it made a bit of a difference with his nighttime sleep. So he's only sleeping for an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes, depending on how the night went. After I got him up, I got him changed, and we packed up the car and headed off for our walk.
Okay, it just took way too long to get out of the house. I'm literally sweating and out of breath, but we're finally on our way. And all we're doing is going for a walk. Anyway, let's go.
It was about a 30-minute drive to get to our walk location, so once we got there, I gave him his lunch. It was piping hot this day, and I decided to bring him an egg to eat in the car. So note to self and note to other parents, don't bring your child an egg to eat in the car when it's super hot out. If you've seen my other day in the life of videos, you've seen this before, where we park, I take him out of his car seat, he looks around, and for some reason he thinks it's the coolest thing ever to be out of his car seat. I love it. I think it's so cute. Once he was done his lunch, we set out on our walk. It was so hot and so sunny, like a beautiful, beautiful day, but it was hot. So we walked as much as we could before I couldn't take it anymore. I was boiling hot. Finn was boiling hot. He actually fell asleep on the way, which he has been doing a lot more frequently lately. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's just super comfy in there.
Okay, back from our walk. It is so hot outside. Cheeks are red. Finn is not happy in the back. I also broke my glasses. Yeah, that's the vibe right now. So anyway, we're going to get Starbies.
We listened to the Blue's Clues soundtrack the whole way home, so there was minimal crying. He is obsessed with Blue's Clues and the music, so I find that putting that on in the car really makes for a much more enjoyable trip for both him and I. So anyway, once we got home, I had a little snack, cooled down, just chilled a little bit because it was roasty toasty while we were out today. Because he had slept on our walk, he was not going to have a full afternoon nap, so anyway, we just played and goofed around. I think he discovered his shadow here, so that was kind of cool to watch. Then he watched Dan cut the grass, which he thought was fun. There we go again with the waving. So good at it. He also said hi, Dad, the other day when Dan came home, so that was very, very cool. It was so cute. The look on Dan's face was priceless. While we were waiting for Dan to come in and to get started with dinner, he just kept playing, he just kept climbing, just doing the usual Finn stuff that he likes to do. Here he goes with the walker, so he takes quite a few steps here. So cute. Look at those legs. Come on. Look at those chunky legs. He's gotten so much better about lowering himself down instead of just trust falling or plopping down. So it's much better. I don't have to worry quite so much about him flying back and bonking his head on something. Once he was done with the walker, he and Hazel took apart her toy basket and took every single toy out of there. Once he gets bored of the 100 toys in front of him, he obviously has to go and get the one that Hazel's playing with. And luckily she doesn't mind, she just kind of backs away. And I think he's going to share it with her. Let's see. Aww, so cute. Then they both head back to the toy basket and take the rest of the toys out. Yes, he's putting that in his mouth. Hazel doesn't play with half these toys, so I'm not too worried. Then it was time for dinner, and Finn had some meatballs, he had some rice, and he had some avocado. I'm still feeding him the more liquidy stuff with a spoon, but anything that's more of like a chunk, like the meatball, he will eat on his own. He's really good at picking things up. After dinner, Dan and Finn just headed to the family room again to play with his toys while I cleaned up in the kitchen. And they just did their usual thing, playing with the toys, the Tupperware lids, because those are a big hit. And then Dan chased him around for a little while because, like I said, he's a busy guy. He's all over the place all the time. So we're getting our exercise in, that's for sure. And Finn wanted to check out what was going on outside again, so we did that, did some more waving. And after that, it was bedtime. Finn seems to get this burst of energy when it's bedtime, so it can take an hour to 2 hours to get him down sometimes. So we're struggling with that a lot, but we're working through it, we're doing our best, and we're trying to figure it out.
So as you can see, he is a busy guy. Very, very busy guy. But again, like I said, it's so cool to watch him learn new things every day. He's starting to chatter more. He's said a few words. Seeing him walk with the walker is super cool, and I'm sure by next week he'll probably be walking on his own. This is such a cool age. He's learning so much so fast. It's almost hard to keep up myself. I hope you enjoyed today's video. This will be the last one in this series unless I decide to do a 1-year-old video at some point in the next year. Side note, Finn is almost 1 year old. Like in a few weeks. Couple weeks? I don't even know. He'll be 1 year old. So I will be doing a birthday vlog or birthday preparation kind of video. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe, and you can hit the alert button as well to be notified anytime I post a new video. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.